So tell me, Dr. Ignatieff, here we are at the 10-year anniversary event for the Responsibility to Protect. Where is the responsibility to protect in terms of its acceptance and its implementation? Where are we at this moment, and what are the future prospects for the doctrine as you see it?
Well, the Stanley Foundation Conference has been a good occasion to answer that question, in fact. Where are we? R2P, responsibility to protect, is driving the language. When the Security Council has to figure out what to do about Libya, they use responsibility to protect language. But that doesn't mean it's a norm of customary international law. That doesn't mean it's not still controversial. I'm a very strong believer in it because I think it focuses on the duties of one state when another state fails to do the job that sovereign states must do. But I think it will always be a controversial idea when it comes to use of coercive military force. I see no circumstances in which R2P will become a kind of common sense notion. It will always be resisted because any use of military force in another state is going to be controversial.
And we've heard critics say that the Libya intervention sort of forever coupled R2P with this idea of military intervention and has sort of harmed the reputation of R2P. What's your response to that? Did Libya do damage to R2P and the idea that it may again be invoked in some other pressing crisis situation?
I don't know about that. I just think military intervention is always controversial. Some people think you've got to do it because the people in Benghazi are risk massacre if you don't. People think that responding to protect a civilian population is one thing, regime change is another. I mean, all these controversies will never end. Where I think responsibility to protect will have its longest term impact is on the simple idea of responsibility of states. I mean, the key idea will simply be that states have two responsibilities: to respect the sovereignty of other states, number one, and to protect their own people and prevent them from being massacred, period. I mean, real simple stuff. And that, I think, has a long future. The idea that sovereignty is simply inviolability is over. The idea of sovereignty as responsibility has begun, and I think that'll have a long-term impact.
Do you think that message has been heard around the world with some of the interventions we've seen? Do you think future leaders are going to understand that concept of sovereignty as responsibility?
I think it's making its way. But as I say, I'm proud of my role as a commissioner. I think we clarified the debate. We set the terms of the debate in the future. But my view of this is going to be controversial as long as one state coerces another state. It's just always going to be controversial. And you can use any language you want, but when power is used, one state to another, controversy is inevitable.